So though we have a packed news video today, or uh, packed day for news, we're gonna kick off with a preview of AEW Rampage, and I will also say once again how much I can't wait for AEW Fight Forever. I don't know why I keep calling the video game the same name as that pay-per-view from 2019, but how much I am looking forward to AEW's video game coming out, because then I could do videos like videos like this, using that game instead of WWE. Yes, I could, for lack of a better word, maybe Buddy Matthews and Cesaro could have been featured in this match. Like, I actively could have picked people that were actually in AEW, but that's something that I just thought of now. And maybe we'll start doing as we get further along. The fact of the matter is, though, Rampage actually starts at 4 Eastern Time today instead of its normal 10 o'clock, which is something that AEW has done a few times in the past. Usually, it's because of some other outlying circumstance. Causing the show to start a little bit earlier. But either way, the hour of Rampage will go, I believe, based on the previews, it says 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 Central. So Rampage is actually on already right now in certain parts of the country. But either way, FTR will defend the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles against Darius and Dante Martin. Top Flight. Darby Allin will be in action against longtime AEW employee Anthony Henry. Hikaru Shida will return to action tonight in an undetermined match, but you gotta figure that it will be nice to see the former AEW Women's Champion in action once again, especially as AEW resets, in my opinion, the ranking system with the fact that not only is Jamie Hayter officially the AEW World Women's Champion, but the interim title that was underneath Jamie's title reign is out, and Jamie is officially the full champion and no longer an interim champion. Also tonight, 6-man tag team action as Roosh, the Butcher, and the Blade, former members of the Andrade family office, will compete in 6-man tag team action against the Dark Order. That is John Silver, Alex Reynolds, and Preston Vance. Also tonight, Chris Jericho will unquestionably likely address the actions of Claudio Castagnoli last week on Dynamite, with Claudio being the one that has been protecting Ian Riccaboni from the attack of the Ocho over the last couple of months. And what seems to be, in my opinion, the impossible happening, the impossible being the end of this rivalry between BCC and the JAS. But it is the same thing that happened with Eddie Kingston once the JAS was founded, or right when the JAS was founded. That feud went a little longer than it probably should have, to a degree, and it got a little long in the tooth, in my opinion. But either way, those are what's happening tonight on tonight on Rampage. I, for one, like I said a couple weeks ago, I like the idea of people like Orange Cat, champions that don't necessarily get the spotlight on Dynamite, getting a bit of the spotlight on Rampage. And this, my friends, is pretty much the embodiment of that. Tonight on Rampage, with various stars that you sparingly see, not only in singles action, but in action in general, competing tonight. Also tonight, I almost forgot, you will hear from former AEW World Women's Champion, Toni Storm. It was announced on Dynamite that Toni Storm's reign as interim champion will not be considered an interim title reign. It will be considered a full title reign, meaning the title that was under Jamie Hayter. The fact that for Toni Storm's entire reign, she was considered the interim champion. That will no longer be the case, and as far as history is concerned, Toni Storm will be considered an actual, legitimate AEW World Women's Champion and not an interim one. But I guarantee you, tonight will be an interesting episode of Dynamite. I don't know why I keep saying Dynamite. Tonight will be an interesting episode of Rampage. And just throwing it out there that maybe it's one worth paying attention to as AEW starts to rebuild Rampage, or continues to try and rebuild Rampage and give Rampage a little bit more of an identity than they had before. You know, as far as I said in other previous Rampage updates or Rampage previews, I've said doing what they're doing tonight is one of the main things that they need to keep doing. Whether it's that you use Rampage to build up Dynamite or you use Dynamite to build up Rampage, but you need to give us matches on Rampage that you would only see on Rampage to give people a reason to watch Rampage, because they get to see talent on Rampage in action that they may not see on Dynamite. You got to give them a reason to want to watch Rampage. And I think tonight, with FTR, with Chris Jericho, with Hikaru Shida, Darby Allin, and the Dark Order, it is clear that they're giving you a reason to watch AEW Rampage, because FTR versus Top Flight should be the perfect match for Rampage, because the match will be given a lot more time than it would have been on Dynamite, in my opinion. But either way, this has been my thoughts on AEW Rampage tonight, and a preview for tonight's show. Remember, it is special start time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Central. Don't forget, Rampage is not on at its normal start time tonight. So if you are looking for Rampage, it is either going to be on already or starting soon. So with that being said, let me know down in the comment section below what you think the AEW could do to separate Rampage and give you a reason to watch it. Also, if you don't want to leave a comment, you can always leave a like, subscribe to the channel, because any and all interactions are more than welcomed and appreciated, because it does help us get a little bit more attention on these videos. And with that being said, do not forget to ding dong the notification bell to always know when a new video is posted on the channel, because that is the only way YouTube will send you notifications, if you ding dong the bell next to the subscription box. And until next time, see you in the next video.